Hmm. Hello, everybody. It's me, Doretta, Chocolate Diamond, and I am going to do a whip and chat. Hmm. Now, normally I don't have anything to talk about, but yesterday I went to New York to visit with my Uncle Bill. So I'm going to talk about my little visit. But first, let me say hi to everybody and ask how you're doing. I am the same. I'm dealing with my usual aches and pains. It's not better, it's not worse, it's just there. And an elderly gentleman that I knew once said, pain lets you know you're alive. So I'm alive. Yay. But I'm still working on my mystery kit. Normally what I do is I'll put like a long piece of washi tape to mark the border and the length, and then the width I move this little piece of washi tape to where I'm going to go. And since this is the perforated cover sheet from deck, I just usually move it to the end of the perforation, and you see that didn't tear perfectly like it's supposed to, but well, we learn to adapt and overcome. So I'll just take that little piece and fold it out the way. But anyway, I now anybody that knows me, oops, see that I'm always dropping something. Anybody that knows me knows I'm always dropping something. That's one. Two, that I usually use the basic pen with three cover minders. Oh my God, words with three comfort grips on them. This is what I usually use. But of late, since West Coast Bling Bash, I've been using the pens that I've gotten. This was a birthday gift from an anonymous person that didn't want to be named. So I've been using this one. And then this one I got from West Coast Bling Bash. And this one that I got from Anthony. So I've been moving on up using the different pens. And I have not gone to the basic pen since West Coast Bling Bash. This is my mystery kit. I still have no clue as to what's going on. It's a nature picture, so it looks like there's a bunch of trees so far. No worries. It's no spoilers going on here because I can't tell what's going on yet, and I'm almost halfway through the kit. But I thought I would try to use my straighteners. Now, these straighteners, they have markings. This one has two boxes, so it's telling me it's for square. And this one has two circles, which is telling me it's for a round kit. Well, since I'm working on a square kit, I will test drive this one. I don't know how this is going to work out because I don't know how hard or easy it's going to be to get it up off the glue. But I also have this one. I can't remember where I got it from. Y'all gonna have to forgive me because um, I don't remember where I got it from. Oh, and then I've got this one, and I don't know if there's any markings to tell you whether to use them for round or squares, but I wanted to try them. There's absolutely no markings on this. So I don't know. It's going to be an adventure. What y'all think? Hold on. Sorry, I needed a drink. But I also, um, I, with this one, I've been using the sections perforated. And I guess if I was using a plain canvas that no drills had been laid down on, I could, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing here, but I want to try to use, um, I might need a class on these because I guess I could pull the plastic down even further so it could stick to, or maybe I should wait until I'm doing a fresh canvas. But then my question would be, once you lay down rows, what happens next? This came with absolutely no instructions. It only came with this blue piece and a long white piece that I imagine you adjust up or down. Whatever. Oh my God. This, I believe, should have came with instructions. I also have these. I forgot about those. I have these straighteners that I wanted to try and use. There was a shorter one. What happened to it? Ah, there it is. Here it is. So I guess if you want to work length or width, interesting. Now I like this one better because it seems that this can move and, oh, wait a minute. Okay, maybe I had this one on backwards. But again, it's kind of bulky to see over. I get, this, I don't know how I feel about it because depending on the size of the area you're gonna work on, I'm a guess you're supposed to stick it down. Hold on, let's let's try this. Hold on. Now the problem. Wait a minute. I don't want to open up too much. Let's see. Y'all running with me with this, right? So, since I've already been working on this canvas, I need to line it up with where I stopped. And I'm only assuming here. And you know what they say about assuming. Oh, Lord. Yeah. This, wait a minute. Where's my light? There you go. So, this is a pain in my butt. But I want to see how to, let's see. I don't know how, yeah. Okay. All right. Wait a minute. So, I don't want all this out, so I'm gonna put some of this back. All right, this, I guess if you're working on a canvas that doesn't have the perforated cover sheet, this would work a lot easier because you can cut it to the size you need. Also, I'm working on a DAC kit, but I got Orlo washi tape. Oops. So again, this track, ay, ay, ay. Hold on. Just bear with me because, like I said, this is a learning curve for the both of us. I don't know. Should I turn on some more light so y'all can see better? Or so I can see better? Oh, my. So, hold on. We're going to turn on some more light on the subject. Because maybe that would help. Turn on the lights. Light a candle. Yes, I have issues. But anyway, I have this to move up and down. Let's see. The black hearts. Where are the black hearts? 22. 22 is my black hearts. Now, I don't know if this is going to help lay drills down straight or not. But what do? When you're working on a particular row, you come all the way up to that row to make sure it lays down straight. This, to me, seems like more of a hassle than it's worth. But I said I was going to try it, so here we go. But the question for me is, because usually in a section, I'm going to do all the symbol. So this doesn't slide very easily. It's sticking to the canvas, and I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But anyway, let me tell you about yesterday while I struggle with this thing. I went to New York. My Uncle Bill is my father's last remaining sibling alive. And we decided an impromptu visit, and me and a couple of my cousins, first cousins and second cousins, we drove up to spend time with my Uncle Bill. He doesn't drive. He never has. He's always usually on public transportation. So if he came to visit, if he came down, well, this is back when I still lived in Philly, so it's been a long time because I've been living in Jersey for 3 years now. But if he came for a visit, my cousin Butchie, his son, would drive him. So Butchie's vision is failing. His son is, I think, 65 now. Oh my God, when we were babies and now we're all seniors. Anyway, his son Butchie, we call him Butchie. And don't ask me why we call him Butchie, but that's his nickname. That's what we've always called him, Butchie. Would drive him. But since his vision is failing, he's not able to do that. So Uncle Bill doesn't usually travel to see the family. Now, about 2 years ago, I went to visit with my Uncle Bill. And A nice little visit, hanging out and stuff. I don't like this too much because I don't, this seems like a hassle. Uh, because if you're gonna move it for whatever row you're working on, you got to fight to get it off the canvas. Well, I have to fight to get it off the canvas. Um. Oh. Now there was no instruction. So was this to be here to make sure you push it together to make sure it's straight, or was it to line you up as you move down the area you're working on? To me, maybe they should have multiple size options. When I ordered this was the only size. Because if I usually work on a 4x4 section, so I don't even know what size this thing is. Hold on, let me hold on. My trusty tape measure. What's the size of this thing? Ouch! 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 It's roughly a nine by 4. 9x4 estimation, guesstimation. And I never work on a size that large. Now I don't know if this is made basically for like smaller canvases. So if you have like something that's 9 inches or smaller, I don't know. But as I've mentioned a couple times, there was no instructions with this. So I'm curious because I struggle sometimes when I'm constantly going back and straightening up, or trying to close up gaps and stuff. So I was hoping something like this would help me line them up better, but I don't know. And then you can't, Lord, because you lay down the drill, and if I wanted to turn to adjust this way, I really can't until I have several rows and move this back more, or constantly moving it. So if you want to work on, um, if you want to work on this and try and keep adjusting as I seem to do, you need to work down a few rows before you can turn it the other way, and then fight with it to move it down to the next row. Or maybe I shouldn't push it down so tight. I don't know. Like I said, this thing did not come with any instructions. And I'm going to try not to say that again, but I don't know how I feel about this party. So back to New York. My uncle lives in New York. He's lived in New York most of his adult life, and he is running on 85, I believe he said. Yes, I believe my uncle said he just had a birthday, and he has turned 85. So I try to always be available if he should call. We usually text every morning. Not, well, we've missed a few, but not many. And we have a family text chain. I hope I'm not in the way because I keep leaning over so I can see what I'm doing. This video might not see the light of day, but here's hoping. I'm gonna keep hope alive. But anyway, we haven't seen him, and we haven't laid eyes and touched him in several years. We text, but we haven't physically been in New York, the cousins or I. And he said that he wanted us to come for a visit, so we came for a visit. It was last minute, and that's fine because I'm retired and I don't work weekends. I would have loved for my daughter to be able to have gone, but she's working now and she's just started this job, so I don't think I didn't ask her to take any time off. I just, since it was the last minute, I went, and I'm so glad I did. Seeing him, hugging him, and my cousins, my brother, my brother. I don't have a brother. My uncle Bill is my father's brother, and my father passed over 30 years ago. And when my father passed, my Uncle Bill said he will be my Uncle Daddy Bill now. So he's been my Uncle Daddy Bill for over 30 years. Um, his kids, one of his daughters has passed, Michelle. She passed away uh, a long time ago. I can't even tell you exactly when, but she's been gone for quite some time, at least 20 years. Um, but Butchie is nearby. He lives in Jersey. He lives nearby his dad. But lifing, and him with his partner and his kids. I guess he doesn't get to see his dad that much either. But then I had my cousin Wanda, who was her mother was my father's sister, and then I had my cousin Adrian. We were all there, and her father was my father's brother. And then Butchie's kids were there, which means they are my second cousins. So we all got there and we're hanging around and we're having brunch, breakfast, um, and talking about the stuff that happened when we were kids. Laughing about stuff that we did that was stupid, laughing about stuff that was fun. But it was just a wonderful impromptu visit to go see my Uncle Bill, because we all know tomorrow's not promised. So this way we got a chance to spend some time with him. Um, I'm going to see if my daughter will go up there with me so she can get to see my Uncle Bill. I can't remember if my daughter's ever met well, yes, she did. No, she didn't. Oh my God, I don't know. I don't know if my daughter has seen my father's brother. That's crazy. I'm pretty sure my boys haven't, because they've been out of the city for most of their life as kids and as adults. Because when I was in the military, I was stationed in Georgia for a period, and I was stationed in Germany for a period, and they were with me. And even when we came home for visits, my uncle was in New York, so we visited with family in Philadelphia, but not, excuse me, I'm growing, not in New York, which I'm sorry to say, but yeah. I don't know how I feel about this thing. I really don't know. um, I think for me, it's a no. I don't see how, well, I don't know. New things take time to adjust to, but this just seems like it's a struggle. I am on the struggle bus. The only thing, um, and I would assume they're working on. And you know what? Let's just stop right here with this one, and then instead of assuming, let's pull up another one before we get too far with this one, because I'm not feeling this at all. Um, if I get some information or further instructions somehow, I will look for where I purchased this from and see if they have any instructions online. Yes, I probably should have done that a long time ago, but you live and you learn, right? Now, this is the square one for this. Let's try it this way. Yikes. And say, now that seems to lay down nicely, but the question is, or will be, how hard will it be to pick it up? Oh man. All right. That seemed to go okay. So anyway, um, I got to New York. We were all supposed to get there around 10 a.m. But I'm that chick that I'm always early. So I got there at 9:30. Where's my finger thingy? So I don't stick to the canvas. I got there at 9:30. I guess. Let's do this. So, okay. Okay. All right. So I got there at 9:30. He's in a gated community. Um, so the guard has to let you in. And we waited for my other cousins 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 2 o'clock and later was when the rest of the crew finally showed up. And we were supposed to be there at 10 o'clock. But I got the heck? I got private time because up until 2 o'clock it was just me and Uncle Bill talking about my dad, talking about my mother, his mother, and his father. Now, it wasn't confusing to us, but it might be slightly confusing to you guys because my grandmother, my father's mother, did not want to be called grandmother or grandmom. So we called her mother. We called our mom, mom, and we called our grandmother, mother. Now, that might be why I don't want to be called grandmom. My grandkids call me mom. They call their mother mom, and they call me mom. Yeah, it's a tongue twister. Yeah. Anyway, I got to hang out with my Uncle Bill, and we got to talk about his mother, his father, my dad, his brothers. It was just nice. It was really really nice, overdue and nice, and I'm glad we finally bit the bullet and drove up there. It's a 2 hour drive. It's not that long. Um, but I will say that I did talk to him previously about coming up there, and he told me to wait until the weather broke. So I had every intention on going up there. I was trying to do it months ago, but he said no, wait till the weather broke. Now, it's not like we went anywhere to work. Well, I don't know. He said to wait, so we waited. And it was a nice visit. And then since I was going to do this, I'm always working on my canvas. since I was diamond painting, and I said I wanted to do a video on these straighteners. I said, well, since I went to New York, I have a little something to talk about. So I'll do this WIP and Chat and tell you guys about New York. And I mean, now that I'm sitting here talking about it, I'm thinking, well, I can't tell you specific stories because I don't know if my family is part of my YouTube subscribership, and I don't want to put them out there like that. And when I haven't talked to them to say, this is what I do, and do you mind if I talk about what happened, on my channel? I don't want to put nobody's business out there. I can put my own business out there, but that's my choice to tell you as much or as little as I want to about me and the different things I do. But it was really nice. Let's see. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see. Oh Lord, that wasn't too bad. You saw that, right? That wasn't too bad picking that up. I think I like this one better than I like the other one. And it goes back down relatively easy. So I'm guessing, the question for me though is the spaces underneath. I guess by the time you lay stuff down, you don't need the guide because you have the drills down and they're straight. I told you I'm learning, so, and I'm on the slow bus, so, but this I prefer this one than the bigger one. Now I'm not gonna throw the bigger one away. I'm gonna try doing it again, but maybe on a non-DAC canvas where I gotta cut my size that I'm working with, and maybe I'll lay it down and cut the size of the window and then have that part clear. But my question is, like, when you get into the canvas, moving it down to unworked sections, how well is it going to lay down? You saw that when I first put it down, laying across the drills that are already there. The things that make you go, But anyway, yes. I'm going to say this, and I'm not a speed demon, and I don't know any more than what I'm about to say, and probably shouldn't even mention that. I was on the road going to New York, driving the New Jersey Expressway, and I kid you not, there were 4 Corvettes, different colors, body style, pretty much the same. Can't say they were exact. I'm gonna say pretty much the same, but since they were doing that up the highway, I was like, oh my God. Yes. I was like, wow. But it was 4 of them. 3, no, 4. And I've seen 1 Corvette speeding down the road before. I've never seen 4 Corvettes speeding down the road. And there were 4 of them. And I'm going to tell you, I didn't see them pulled over by any cops because they was out there thicker than thieves too, stopping people. But they ain't get them Corvettes. They probably couldn't catch them. Oh my God. If they could have caught them, how they going to stop all 4? I don't know. But yeah, it was interesting. I had a good day though. I had a good day. I got to spend time with family. We took pictures. I don't think my Uncle Bill would mind if I show his picture. I won't show the cousins, but I'll show my Uncle Bill. He doesn't do social media, so he won't. Let me see. Am I showing you this good? Because I don't even know. That's my Uncle Daddy Bill. And we got to spend the day together. I guess that's a good picture. I don't know. But that's my Uncle Daddy Bill. And we had a good time. And we're back to our family text chain this morning when everybody was saying good morning. But other than that, most of the time my life is very unexciting. Any of my subscribers know my life is not very exciting. I sit here in this room and I diamond paint. Every now and again, if I find some extra cash, I'll go to one of these retreats, or there's a Zoom, a Monday Zoom, where a bunch of folks get together and diamond painting around the world. Yvonne is the admin for that. She has a Monday Zoom, and the group is growing. And she also has a retreat coming up, RVA Sizzling Summer Retreat. Last year was her first, and it was fantastic. We had so much fun. Oh my God, they the games, and they had like a sizzly. It was this little stuffed tiger, bear, whatever it was. And if you finished a section, you will call Sizzly, and whoever had it will give you the bear. Now there was a time frame that went by, and if the alarm went off and you had Sizzly, you won a prize. Well, I think I won something 2, maybe 3 times. I don't remember. But that retreat is coming back up. And I can't wait. I was there for the first one, and I will be there for the next one. So if anybody's looking to go to a retreat in the Virginia area, I think she still has spots available. It's going to be in July, hence Sizzling Summer. I got jokes, right? But yeah, RVA Sizzling Summer Retreat. I want to try this, but I don't know if it's for round or square. And there's no markings on it. There's absolutely nothing marked on it. I wonder if these are different sizes, just to because different companies make their grids slightly different. Let's see. Now these are too wide for the section I've already been working on. So we're going to move over here. Hold on. Move the light. Move the light. Turn the lights down low. Okay. Hold on. Bear with me, y'all. Oh, that's right. Never mind. This looks like a 4x4 square. Ooh, I like that. I think this is for square. It looks like it's lining up. I hope my head isn't in the way. No, because this is not sugar bears. You know what? I don't know that I like these. No, this doesn't fit. Let's try you. I'm trying to line it up with this one and then see where the rest of them fall. And when I line up with this, the first two, and see if the rest of them line up, and that's not working either. Huh. And this one is a 3 rows. You know what? Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's see. Get some more space. Move the light. Come on. Okay. I'm trying here, y'all. Bear with me. I like working up and down. So you see, I'm trying to get them to line up this way. This one must be for rounds because it's not lining up. And then this one, okay. But see, now these 2 rows are in the window, but then when we get to this one, it's halfway into, good grief. Well, I don't know. See, now. Same with this one. This is pretty much in there, lined up on this, but then, nope. Maybe these are for rounds, maybe. And this one, nope. Huh? This, no, 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 no. And are these for squares? This is not marked. It doesn't tell you. It just gives you a grid. 50 and 141. The 50 has some Chinese letters, and then the 141 is millimeters. I don't know what that's all about. But it doesn't. Oh my God. You know, by the time you find something that works to help you line them up, it'll be 10 years later, and you could have done it, and your drills might not be perfectly straight, but they'll be on the damn thing. Oh my God. This is a bunch of Chinese writing. I have no idea. This. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Do I have a winner chicken dinner? But this, no. Nope. It does not line up. Now, some of them do and some of them don't. They don't line up. You know what? The only one that I found that seems to work well is this one. Now, the only thing with this, the problem for me would be laying it down. It's blocking some of the symbols. So it's like when you lay it down. Come on, lay down. Lay back down. Anyway, you have some of the symbols, and then this part, the stripe part, is covering some symbols. So if you're the type of diamond painter like I am, that you want to do all of one symbol in this section, you can't if the lines are covering some of it up. Now, to me, it might be more of a hassle for me. Oh, it would help if I had the right one. That's the circle one, the square one. If you put it down and you do all of the specific symbol, then move it down and do the symbols, and then move it down and do the symbols, then lift it up, and the ones that were underneath do the symbols. That's the only thing I could see that you could do with this one. But this little one works. Now, I don't know, and maybe I need to read up on it or Google it, because these have different sizes written on them. But I don't know if that's the grid pattern for this particular canvas, because they don't seem to fit. They don't seem to fit at all. And these, I don't know what they're made for, because they don't annotate. There's nothing listed on this to tell you if they're supposed to be round or square. There, can you see that? I don't know if the camera will focus on it. Come on, camera, focus. There's nothing written on it to tell you if it's supposed to be rounds or squares. It's just different gappings. So I guess you try to use it on whatever with the different size gappings. And then, oh, I laid it down on the plastic. On the glue, on the plastic. These have, can you see that? Can you see it? Come on. Come on, camera. It's got millimeters, 141 millimeters written on there. That's it, and some Chinese lettering. And all of them have that. And I don't know what that's supposed to mean and what that's supposed to do. So I'm clueless. And then with this puppy, like I said, to me, this is too big for me. Now, for somebody else, it might work fine. But for me, I work on a 4x4 section, and this is twice that. So this doesn't work for me. Even if I want to, well, I guess I could try it this way. That might be another video, not today. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys. I tried. That's my WIP and Chat. I don't know how much whipping I did. I did a little bit more chatting. Told you about my day with my uncle in New York. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you give me a thumbs up. I hope you like and subscribe. And I'm sending hearts out there for anybody that needs it. This is me, Chocolate Diamond, saying hi and bye in the same breath. Y'all have a good one. Bye.